Hello, cool collectors. Today's topic is going to be the 1996 $2 coin. That was the first year, and why are we discussing that? Because they made a ton of them, and so if they made a ton of something, why does anybody care? Besides it being the first year. So, a few interesting things happened in '96. For one, the annual set for 1996 did not include the $2 coin or the Toonie. It only included the Looney, so that was a little weird. And then the proof set, the annual proof set for that year, also did not include the $2 proof set, did not include the Toonie as well. Had the Macintosh dollar, silver, but no Toonie. So, how do you get a Toonie in high grade? Well, they did have to, I had to go out and buy the singular proof $2 coin. Came in here, Elizabeth. So we have the 1996 $2 coin in proof. And that was in the singular set. But they came out with several products that year. And they did, I'll have to do a minute for this. I don't think they did the specimen set either that had multiple coins, but I'll have to check. But they did do the coin and $2 note set, which has a specimen $2 coin in it. And the funny thing about the whole German planchet thing, it doesn't matter because they only made, so they made 10 million German planchets because they were needing some assistance, and they got it from Germany, and they have vertical striations, which there are on the specimen set because it's a linen finish, as they like to call it. Get this out of the shadow. Yeah, in some sense, I will. Anyways, so they made just shy of 75,000 of these. So doesn't really matter. 10 million versus 75,000, and these are in, obviously in set condition. So, anywho, but these also included the last $2 note, which I do not like this format because the note in this packaging can curl up the corners. So, does that affect, again, to send these in for grading? Generally don't like them to have curled edges. So, anyways, but this is, I think, the most common version of that, and a couple of those. But then, interestingly enough, because it was the first year, they have a few of these. They came out with a higher end set that had the proof coin in it. And we'll have 3 of these that came in a nice box display. And this was called the proof coin and banknote set. And as you can read here in the, we'll pause that so if you want to read it. But the funny thing is this is where in coin collecting you really want to read the fine print, because when it has a certificate of authenticity, it talks about the banknote, and the banknote, well, we'll just show you the proof coin too. It's the same as the other one. Standard cupro nickel proof coin in capsule, which is nice. And then let me grab my neodymium magnet here, cupro nickel, and then I'll put that guy back in there. But you'll also notice that the banknote is secured in here in a much better plastic, and this one's a little different. I think they did a couple versions of this plastic, but the corners are much more protected. And when I listed in my video, the interesting thing about this is it is a replacement note. So it is a BR-X series, and that X denotes, it says right in the paperwork here, that is a replacement note. It's much more rare than the regular notes. So again, bringing more additional value to this set. So Very nice. Haven't seen on eBay. Looked and I haven't seen any replacement notes for sale. Coins in Canada, I believe, list them starting at uncirculated condition, starting at low end of circulated condition, about $60 for their value, and they don't really go up. But if you're ever going to get a high grade banknote that doesn't have the curled edges, or if you don't have to dink around with it, then that's going to be it. But then there is the silver set, which comes in a absolutely stunning folder. Not that we're collecting packaging. I also looked on this, the mintage on Numista. It lists a silver 1996 coin, but it does not give any mintages, so I'm not sure if they actually exist. But this is what they call a piedfort. This silver, now it's gold-plated silver, but the whole coin is silver, is 25 grams. I think in Coins in Canada, somewhere it said it had about 17 grams of silver, but that is incorrect because the coin lists in both places, in Numista and Coins in Canada, as the silver being 92.5 sterling, and it is 25 grams in weight, which puts this at a right shy of 3/4 of an ounce of silver. Which, let me grab this guy out of here without destroying it, hopefully. And I need to go through this some more. But a piedfort is, I'll go through the history, is kind of a carry down from English and France methods for doing either test coins or confirming the weights. I don't know. It's very more common. I haven't bought any because I just haven't. But anywho, this being the French side, we can. Sorry, here I will, for our French friends, I will stop that at that side. But, as a matter of fact, I will take pictures of that and read it myself. This also has banknotes in it, but they are an uncut sheet of 2. Or set of 2. But in this set, if you will notice, and it's a much better protection on the corners for this packaging, but these are also replacement notes, which bring extra value to the set. So I have another one of this still coming, and so I think I'm going to end up with 2 of these. 4 of the blue box sets. I have probably had 4 of these, but I've taken a couple out of the package, and just the one lowly mint set. But anyway, that's what I got for 1996. Have a great one.